Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. Well, we're having a pretty good rally today. Bitcoin is above 32,000. So does that mean the dip is over? Are we ready to finally break out of this rut and continue higher? Well, there is a catalyst that's going on today. I've talked about this for quite some time now. So there could be even more coming this afternoon and going into the I guess latter half of this week. So let's discuss what that is, whether or not the dip is over, and what else is going on in the world of crypto. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell to get notified, and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest articles on CryptosRUs.com. All right, welcome guys. I see a lot of people tuned in already. People are feeling good today because finally we do see a pretty darn good rally, or you could look at it like a V-shaped recovery, and Bitcoin pushed above 32,300 today, right? So all this fear and panic from yesterday, right? Remember last night's stream, it was a pretty quick stream, but I said, hey, look at the fear and greed index. Last night was at 10. And 10 is a pretty good bottom indicator. Whenever Bitcoin hits 10 on the fear index, there's usually a pretty good recovery after that. So it's not a surprise that today we do see a good rally. And also, I did mention there is a big event, of course. I think all of you guys are sick of hearing it, and that is the B word. And it's already ongoing. There's a lot of tracks. Like track 1 is about debunking Bitcoin wasting energy, facilitates criminal activity, it's unscalable, ownership is concentrated, and can be displaced easily. So that already happened. Track 2 is what everyone is waiting for. Keynote speakers, Jack Dorsey, Elon Musk, Cathie Wood, and now Steve Lee, who is a moderator. Okay, so I've been talking about this for quite some time, and it's going to start in about an hour and a half, right? So I'm wondering if I should do a live stream with you guys, and we could look at it together and analyze together. So I may be doing that in an hour and a half. Okay, so it's roughly 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you guys want to tune in, then make sure you tune in. But I anticipated, I theorized that something big is going to happen in this event. A lot of talk about Bitcoin mining, energy usage, right? And this is all lining up to next week, which is Tesla's earning reports. So I think something big is going to come into this. I don't think that Elon's coming in to troll anyone. And honestly, with Cathie Wood involved, who is arguably the biggest supporter and investor of Tesla, I think he's going to take this very seriously. And Cathie's also a big investor into Square and also into Bitcoin and Grayscale Bitcoin Trust and even miners, I believe. So there's a lot at stake here. And this could be the reason why Bitcoin is rallying today. Although usually with these kind of conferences, it's buy the rumor, sell the news. But we know leading up to this, Bitcoin has not been doing good. So you can't really say buy the rumor, sell the news. Maybe it's sell the rumor, buy the news this time. And that could be the case. So we'll have to see what happens after this event, whether or not this is a temporary bump or it's not, or that was bottom, right? A lot of people look at Wyckoff and the bottom is spring. Maybe we got faked out before, thinking that the 28.8 before was actually, I take that back, because 28.8 was still lower than where we were last night. So I take that back. I don't think last night was spring. But I do know yesterday I showed you guys so many articles about so many bearish people that have come out and said, Bitcoin's going to go down to 10,000, 13,000. And I explained how it was very similar, very reminiscent to 2018 when Bitcoin, of course, was declining, hit a bottom, and everyone else was still making predictions, causing fear out there, saying it's going to go lower, it's going to go lower until it didn't. And it just kept recovering, right? It's really, really hard to time top or bottom, but I always say pay attention to what's going on behind the scenes. And there is a lot of good things going on behind the scenes. For example, this was just revealed. Yesterday, FTX just closed one of the biggest funding rounds ever, I think, in crypto history, where he raised $900 million, made FTX now worth $18 billion. So that in itself was very bullish. And I showed that last night. I'm like, look at this. Despite the fact that the market is weak, okay, weak relatively speaking, still Bitcoin being above 30,000, you have investors that's pouring nearly $1 billion into one of the up and coming exchanges, FTX. Now it was revealed that Alameda, who's also headed by Sam Bankman-Fried, who's also the head of FTX, he couldn't resist. And he bought a lot more Bitcoin when it dipped below 30,000 yesterday, right? So the smart investors, the big investors, the big whales, they take advantage of dips when they see it. And when they see bargains, that's when you buy. And yesterday I was showing some famous quotes from Rothschild and Warren Buffett, right? About buying when there's blood in the streets, buying when there's fear out in the market, right? That's what these guys are doing. Obviously, Sam, he's been in a space for some time now, one of the richest people in the space, but even he recognizes a bargain when there is one. So he did buy a lot. It does not reveal how much he bought, but I'm guessing it's not a few dollars worth of Bitcoin. So whatever he bought was probably pretty significant. But in addition to that, just the fact that you have $900 million flowing into this fundraise, 900 million, that is not small chump change. Shows how many people are really, really viewing crypto as the future, and this is the time to be in it and not be scared out. All right, so that's number one. Number two is, look at this. I didn't even know this. BNY Mellon joined State Street, okay, to come out with this, not only a custodian service, but they're coming out with their own exchange. And all these other banks are actually like hidden. So it's very, very interesting that BNY Mellon has joined 6 other banks, okay, and they're going to launch a London-based crypto exchange called Pure Digital. Yes, so the banks are not even just sitting on the sidelines or doing small services like, okay, we'll be your custodian services. No, they're actually launching their own crypto exchange, their own trading platform. So this is pretty big too, right? London based. So those of you guys are in the UK, right? You're worried about which exchange to go to. Well, now maybe you could use this, although I take that back. This is backed by the bank, so no, don't support it. But it does show you, right? Again, interest is not gone, right? Despite what the FUD is saying, despite what people are saying about how it's just dead and we're going to be in 3 years of a bear market, whatever. Do you think these guys really think that? Why would they be coming out with the exchange right now, right? Why would they be putting $900 million into a crypto exchange? It doesn't make any sense. What we're seeing right now is a temporary dip. We will continue this bull rally, and we will continue higher. So that's why my focus is looking at staying in the game, focusing on the future, and helping you guys do so too, right? So this is what I've been saying. Pay attention to what's going on behind the scenes. All right, what else is there? Article about GBTC unlock, right? That has happened already, starting from the 16th, 17th, 18th. 18 was a Sunday, so 19 and then 20. Basically, I don't know. Some people speculate, well, maybe the downfall was because of GBTC unlock, yet it still doesn't make any sense. I think it was a non-event. GBTC shares, there's no conversion to Bitcoin, so it didn't make any sense. But whether or not it did or not, the good thing is the unlock is over, and next up is around August timeframe. Right, there's a little bit leading up to August, but the unlock is so little, and then after that, you see there's basically nothing, right? So this was one of the biggest fear drivers that, hey, grayscale investors are just go dump all their Bitcoins onto the market, yet they couldn't dump any Bitcoins to begin with, so it doesn't make any sense, right? But with the low premium, we have heard of ARK taking advantage, buying a ton, right? And there was another company, the Rothschild Investment Company, which they have nothing to do with the Rothschild family, although they stole the name somehow and they're able to still use it. But they also took advantage. There's a lot of companies that's taking advantage of GBTC right now, right? So that's also positive. Of course, if they bought real Bitcoins, that would be better. But I guess the next best thing is to buy GBTC shares. Now, the only thing is, will this be converted? Would this trust be converted to ETF later on, right? And then there's some rumbling about whether or not there's going to be redemptions for BTC and so forth. I don't know. That's still rumored. And having a US-based ETF, which many view as a very, very positive thing, that could also be coming later this year. Although many think it's going to be pushed in 2022. But who knows? It could be this year. I mean, you already have Bitcoin ETFs from our neighbor on top, Canada, and our neighbor on bottom, Brazil. So there's already two countries that offer Bitcoin ETFs. So it's hard for the US to say no at this point, right? So I do think there's a good chance that could be coming out later this year. JPMorgan also says a lot of their clients, this is from their wealth advisory group, which apparently is kind of like a separate entity, but regardless, it's under the JPMorgan umbrella. A lot of their clients say, yeah, crypto is an asset, and we want to invest in this new asset class. So again, despite the FUD out there, these wealthy individuals, they view Bitcoin and Ethereum and others as a new class of asset to invest, right? And guess what? I bet a lot of them took advantage when Bitcoin dipped below 30,000 yesterday, right? So again, when there's bargains to be had, when there's dips, these smart or wealthy individuals, they're going to take advantage. All right, lastly, speaking about a wealthy individual that's about to get more wealthy, you guys know who Tom Brady is. And he has launched his own NFT platform called Autograph. Perfect name. But he is getting some big players involved. Okay? So the movie studio Lionsgate is now on board. The huge sports betting platform DraftKings is also on board. And not only that, if you go to Autograph, their site, not only do you have Tom Brady, but he has also brought in other heavy hitters like Wayne Gretzky and Tiger Woods and Tony Hawk. So this is turning out to be a big NFT platform. Tom Brady, of course, he has the power to pull in all these athletes in here, right? So the funny thing is, they have made it really, really hard, or Tom has made it really, 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 really hard to determine what blockchain they use. I searched and searched and searched. I couldn't find it. I believe this is on Polygon. I heard that if you try to mint an NFT, it is done on the Polygon blockchain. Although Tom Brady also has an endorsement or a partnership with FTX, so maybe that changes down the road. I don't know if FTX, one of their things is to come out their own chain, such as the Binance Smart Chain or KuCoin Community Chain. Maybe they do, and then he's go flip. But right now, I think it's on Polygon. But it's really hard to tell. I don't know why. It's just they're hiding that fact right now. But Tom Brady, and all these other athletes and everyone else that's jumping in, this is great for the community, right? NFTs is not going to go away. Not as revolutionary as I would say DeFi, but who knows? NFTs could be used way more than just launching digital collectibles. There is a lot of things you could do with it. It's still very early on. And when you have all the celebrity power bringing new people into space, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. All right. You know what? I forgot to bring up Live Coin Watch. Let's take a look. Actually, today is DCA day. So I didn't even think about it. So right now, okay, I 51.54, so I'm down about $171. This is, I think it's been about 3 weeks. 3 weeks now. No, 4 weeks. This is the 4th week. So I started with 5,000. Okay, this is a sample portfolio. And then I added I DCA'd 3 different times, although I've added new coins in here because I just ran out of money when I first built it. But overall, despite going up and down, right? Still only down $186, which is not too bad. But I plan on doing this over the course of this year. And maybe I'll just continue on just to prove to you guys the power of dollar cost averaging, the power of just setting a schedule, ignoring the price, and continuing forwards, right? So, I haven't really thought about what to DCA today. So, you know what? I'm going to save this for tonight. I'm going to think about it, but I just want to let you guys know. But overall, the market cap is back above 1.3 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is still hovering at 45%. And, some of the biggest losers from the recent weeks, obviously they're coming back. But we're not back where we started. I know that, right? So to answer the question whether or not this dip is really over, I think it depends. I think it depends on what happens in a couple hours. I think it's not a coincidence that the B word and this meeting is all timed up right now, right? And we have all this Bitcoin weakness beforehand, and we have Tesla earnings afterwards, right? I think the timing of it is very particular. So depending on what's said afterwards, we could see a tremendous rally, okay? Obviously, it could be a non-event. It could be a buy the rumor, sell the news. But usually that goes on for it goes on for like a week or days beforehand, right? So we'll see. But it could be a catalyst to turn things around. Even if you follow a lot of the technical guys, they've been saying we're stuck in a point where a lot of these indicators are now oversold, and we should be seeing a bounce or some kind of bounce, and we haven't seen that yet, right? So we'll see. We'll see if that comes. All right, guys, let's do some Q&A. All right, let me scroll up, make sure I didn't miss anything. Hold on, I gotta do something here. All right, oops, okay. Scrolling down. People are today's chat is much livelier than last night. Let's say that. Someone saying no volume or interest. Well, the volume, people have mentioned that, but the volume has been very low all along. We've been seeing very low volume for the last few weeks, and I've said it's not that there's so much people selling, it's just that there wasn't a lot of buying, right? So now we're seeing a little bit of buying pressure, and you can see what's happening, right? So it doesn't take too much right now to drive things up or down because volume is so low. But, when I say little, okay, it still takes like billions. So keep that in mind. It's not like you go buy $100 on Coinbase, you go drive things up. But relatively speaking, compared to previous times when volume was a lot higher, now it's a lot smaller and it's a lot easier to move the market. But I've been telling you guys, we have a lot of holders. We have a lot of people that continue to believe and continue to buy and hold, and not just from retail side, but also from the whale side, the companies and institutions. A lot of them are buying and they're not disclosing. Not everyone is like Michael Saylor where they go tweet out immediately when they buy Bitcoin. No, a lot of companies want to stay anonymous. They don't want to let you know. Someone is saying Omi VV is king. Well, when it comes to NFTs, I believe they are one of the big players, the big dogs, because they have all the licenses right with DC and Marvel and they have movie studios and the NFL. Yeah, they have some power there, but it doesn't seem like they're drawing as much as Tom Brady is right now. Tom Brady is just killing it right now, killing it. All right, moving on. All right. When is Elon Musk coming? It's like right now it's about an hour. So I think I want to stream it. But I hope it's not very boring. I don't think it will be. With Jack and Elon and Kathy, I can't imagine that it's boring. So I may want to stream it. How much impact on BTC's market price? How much impact on BTC market price have when Grayscale portfolio was 50% Uniswap? Michael, I think you're very, very confused. Grayscale has many different trusts. They came out with a DeFi trust, which in that was 50% in Uniswap. That has nothing to do with any other trust that they have. And I think you asked this question last night. I think you're very confused on the number of trusts that they have, and that 50% in a DeFi trust with Uniswap has nothing to do with BTC's price. Absolutely nothing. I think we are seeing the back of the slump. Okay, could be. Adam says Bucks won the NBA Finals. Yeah, like I predicted. I don't think Suns should have ever made it to the finals in the first place. But Giannis had arguably the best closeout NBA Finals game ever in history. 50 points, 50-45. I mean, he was just like unstoppable yesterday. Unstoppable. All right. People are saying, yes, I should live stream it. You live stream the B word. I think I'll do it. Well, Michael Saylor rug pulls. Why would he? He'd just go destroy himself if he did that. So, no. Dope Creations. Appreciate it. Always appreciate you being here and supporting. All right. What else is there? Tesla earnings Monday. Yup. What else is there? All right, I'm scrolling down. Good morning. Opinion on my portfolio. I can't comment on the individual, like how much you own of each, whether or not that's good. But the three tokens that you have, or four, no, Ethereum, VET, and AMP, I think they're all good. But I do think you need to follow 50, 25, 25. I think that protects yourself a little bit more. All right. Let's see. Zim, appreciate it. David asks, can Visa and MasterCard use the AMP token as collateral once they accept crypto payments or use a reserve for flex. They could, but right now that's not what they're doing. That's not what they're doing. They're actually partnering up with Circle with USDC. So they're actually doing something with USDC right now, as like almost as not as a collateral, but more as a conversion piece. So I mean, they could eventually, but I don't know if they're going to do that. All right, people are saying I should live stream that. Okay, I will. James Miller says Tom Brady plus Lionsgate equals data. That's what people keep saying, that it's data. But go try to mint it. Go try to mint an NFT, an autograph. I think it mints on Polygon. So I haven't tried it myself, so I can't be 100% sure. A lot of people want to see it to be on Theta, but right now it doesn't seem like it, and there's no official announcement. It's just really weird that they're trying to hide which blockchain is using. So maybe they plan on moving, maybe they will move to Theta, or maybe they'll move to whatever FTX chain if it comes out. Is this smart to hold only BTC? It's not smart, but if you wanted a little bit more growth, then I would say you should diversify and hold some altcoins too. But holding just BTC, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Any chance you could show us more strategy for taking profits in a later video? Sure, but there's no right or wrong. Taking profits is just taking some off the table, really. I mean, there could be people that show you all these advanced strategies, but what it comes down to is if you feel that you're too greedy, right? That you're not taking anything off the table, especially when things get really, really hot, that's when you should. Ocean Protocol, I've looked at it before. I forgot what it was. Oh, a data marketplace. Yeah. There's a few that's in this space. I don't know, I don't know anything besides that. All right, let's look at it. Is there anything? eBay data set, all these other ones I don't know of. Yeah, it doesn't seem like big data. But anyways, early project, data marketplace competes with IOTA and something like Streamer, so just a bit early. Maybe they have some powerhouses back in. I don't know. I have to do a deeper dive. Carlos, I don't know if that's actually true, but maybe. New Moon says, why does everyone chart USD pairs when we don't believe in fiat? Because it's an easier way to track movement. Because if you're tracking against BTC and BTC goes down, then you don't know whether or not you actually, if you gain on BTC, but you don't know if you actually gained on fiat. So that's the thing. That's why everyone, I believe, charts against USD. I just seen a commercial saying don't hold a Doge. Where do you see that? Alex, why? I mean, see, your statement is meant to, I think, piss me off, but I don't get why you would say that. Alex says, you think AMP is a joke now? I'm in at 5 cents. I feel like cutting my loss. Who said that? Why do you think that? Or are you saying that to just piss me off? Like, I don't get that. Anyways, I'm putting you in timeout, and just to spite you, I'm not going to answer your stupid question. Because I've never said that before. I've been supporting AMP for a long time. 50, 25, 25, does that mean BTC, ETH, and other altcoins? 50% in Bitcoin, 25% in big caps, and 25% in mid to small caps. So that's what it means. All right, that is it. That is it. I'll let you guys go, especially since I am now forced to stream this B word. So I'll stream it for you guys. That's in about an hour, so make sure you tune back in. But for now, we still have that pretty good bounce. We have a pretty good rally, right? Is it because we were just so oversold because there was so much fear in the market? Yes, possibly. Is it because there's a lot of anticipation that something good is going to come out of this? Yes. Or maybe it's just time to rally. It was time to come back. But I think there's something good from that. My gut tells me something's good from it. I've been saying that for a while. I may be wrong, but let's see. Let's see what happens. But overall, today's a pretty good day. And hopefully, the people that watched me yesterday did not panic sell. Nothing ever comes good from panic selling. Normally, it just leads to regret and losses. And hopefully, those of you guys that have stayed in, right, continued to stay in and maybe even taken advantage of some of these bargain prices. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Take care and smash the likes and subscribe to the channel.